Spartans! What is your profession?
Oh, we're the land of the free, the home of the brave. Through the storms we rise, through the winds we wave. We stumbled, we fall, but still we stand. There's no better place than this promised land.
From the mountains high to the prairie's edge, to the rivers wide where the eagles pledge. This is the land that holds our dreams, a patchwork quilt with golden seams.
The small town streets, the city lights, the mountain peaks, the starry nights. We've got our scars, but that's the truth. A story of strength in the land of youth.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong.
Fields of amber, skies are blue. Every hand here has work to do. We stumble, fall, but we rise again. This is the heartland where hope won't end.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong. Through trials deep, through fires and rain, we stand as one. Endure the pain, our spirits fierce. Our hearts are free, forever strong. Our destiny.
So here's to the future, bright and true. We'll carry the torch for me and you. United we are through thick and thin. In this great nation we always win.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong. From the rivers wide to the desert sands, we've built our dreams. With these two hands we might bend, but we never break. A spirit of hope no storm can take.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get the right banner up for today. Let's see, this is the morning show, so we need the large language model banner. Bada bing, bada boom, exploring tokenizers. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are, above all else, engineered to win. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning. Did you have a great week? We were on live 3 hours last night. 3 hours. I haven't been live for 3 hours in maybe a year, maybe 2 years. It's been a while. It has been a while. And we actually crossed our 2-year anniversary last month of being on YouTube, doing the work, all of that good stuff. I am so happy to be here with you. I'm really I enjoyed last night's show so much. It was so free flowing. Just working. I just love to work. I just love to work. And I got so much done. And there's still a lot more to do. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So I might just change up the format on Tuesday shows to be able to, like, call-ins are available, but I'm going to work. I have to work. I can't help it. Like whenever I'm like, oh, what can I do here? What can I do here? So I might end up changing up the format. If somebody asks me a question from the comments, or if I come across anything, maybe in the Discord, in a comment, someone wants to call in, I'll answer their question. But I might just work. You know, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. I'm going to be thinking about it on the next week while I am away from the studio, planning and strategizing all of that good stuff. Today is today's Wednesday, July 2nd. We're already in the second day of July. We might as well be in August already. All right, I'm just saying. It might as well be August. It might as well be 2026 or even 2027. So we are going to continue looking into our tokenizers. We pretty much explained what it was last show. We're gonna do a quick review on that, and then we're gonna get into our Google Collab notebook and see what that's all about. Trying to figure it out. After reading through the pipelines on this past Monday, the pipelines made a lot more sense. Tokenizers make a lot of sense. So we're going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to get into the work. Quick announcements before we actually get into the work. So at noon Eastern time today, I am going to be premiering our software explorations concept and overviews. We're going to be talking about Manus AI again. Yep. And I'll give you a sneak peek of the following week. I'm going to give you guys a deep dive of Devin. What? Yes, Devin. And next week is a continuation of today. Today is a continuation of last week. How within a few days, a whole new feature added to the time cost calculator app. Yes, indeed. You guys remember Yes Indeed? I think that was Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. That so much is happening. Like I have like 5 different things in motion, maybe 6 in motion, and for me, like I will be up all day, all night doing the work, getting everything that I need done. And when I bring people, see, I am very, very careful who I bring on to work with me because I must admit I do have some trust issues.
Bruh.
You just can't find good help. So for me, I am all about equity because you need to have some skin in the game. So if it was up to me, all companies would work off equity. I am just saying. Right. Anyways. So whenever I'm going to be looking to bring on some more people to work with, offering them a little bit of equity in particular projects that I might be working on, and we'll see we will see where that goes. But through that, so it's like an apprenticeship. You get experience with software development, testing, prompting, customer service, product management, all of that good stuff. So just some thoughts that are running through my mind as we run it up, as we get some more skills. But that what last week's video, today's video, next week's video is, and what you see me doing like last night, it just stimulates your mind, makes you think a lot more of things that are to come. So that's today, noon, software explorations, concept and overviews. Hopefully you get to glean some insight from that. We're going to be talking about Manus AI and was it able to create user stories for me through my work platform, like what I use to track my stories, to track my progress, all that good stuff, right? So that is at noon Eastern time. I will be in the chat with you all. So let's talk about that over there. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it earlier tomorrow, if I'm going to keep it at the same time. I will let you know. So we're going to be going back into our ethical hacking. We're probably going to be we're going to maybe review the results from Nessus. And what I'm going to see is how can we take the results, the vulnerability report that Nessus gave us, and what can we do with it? Can we pass it through a cybersecurity RAG, maybe the RAG that we created a while back, or can we maybe put that through N8N? Maybe we can take that through. I don't know what we can do with that yet, but that's what we're going to be exploring tomorrow. What can we do with the Nessus report, that the vulnerability report that was created for us through Nessus? Go from there, and then I do plan to go live on Friday. It's either going to be morning time or early afternoon. Maybe I'll go live after dropping the bug bite. I don't know yet. I'm not sure exactly what time we're going to be going live, but I really do want to go live on Friday to celebrate 4th of July with all of you. One of my favorite holidays. We celebrate the independence of this beautiful country that we live in. All right. So those are our upcoming announcements. Do me a favor as we get into the show. If you have not done so already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. If you are on X watching, please follow me on X. I am I'm learning so much about these platforms, about Lovable, about Devin, about Madness, and I'm just sharing the insight. And so I share it a lot on YouTube. I'm posting it more. I'm interacting with people on X. If you're watching on Twitch, please give us a follow, because for me, this is gaming. What I was doing last night, I could have gone on and on and on. I was sad to leave, but I had things to do. But I was sad to leave because that is my gaming. I can work at this stuff for hours because I am a token fiend, as the shirt proudly says, and I am nerdy by nature, as the hat says. Merch is available. Merch.techcoachdrop.dev. Check that out. And if you want to get more, even more access, even more work done, you can message me, you can chat with me, you can join our meetups on the weekends when we do those, all of that good stuff. Techcoachdrop.dev. That is where all the magic is happening. I go way more deeper into all the apps that I am working on. So check that out. Let's work together. Let's have some fun. Let's run it up.
We the best.
All right. Gonna jump into the chat really quick. Say good morning to the one, the only Rock the Scrubs. Roxy says, good morning, Techotrough, and everyone. Good morning to you as well, Roxy. Always a pleasure and a blessing when you are able to grace us with your presence. Shout out to Roxy. And Roxy, happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to you. I hope you have an amazingly beautiful rest of your week. So just wanted to say that in case I do not talk to you for the rest of the week, but shout out to you. And thank you so much for being with us early this morning. So I do have to wrap it up at around 8:20 because I do have a meeting. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make this show this morning, but I woke up and something in my mind said, get your to work. And I said, let's get after it. Let's go out there and get it. So we are here. All right. So I'm going to switch over to the other screen and we are going to, let me see if I can. All right. So here we are. And we spoke about the tokenizers the other day. Let me see if I still have my Gemini. Give me a second. Gemini.google.com. And we want to look at, and I'm going to make a video, or maybe I'll explain in the Patreon about how I was able to solve a bunch of issues that I was having with where is this thing? A bunch of issues that I was having with implementing a thumbnail editor inside of a lovable application, and how I used a series of different tools in order to guide Lovable, my junior software engineer, into fixing all of those issues. But I did use Google, didn't I? Let me see. I don't see where I was talking about the tokenizers yet. I know we broke down the tokenizers. Let me see. Chat. Did I use ChatGPT for that? I didn't use ChatGPT for that. That is so weird. I don't see my chat history for the token. Let me see if I can do a search. Token. Either. June 25th. That is so weird. All right, we'll just do another chat because I could have sworn on Monday I used Gemini to figure out what these tokenizers were, but we will do it again. Can you break down what a tokenizer in Hugging Face is? In a short paragraph, as you would explain it to a sixth grader. If they say that we all have a sixth grade understanding, which I explained why I think that is not necessarily a diss. I think that is actually a helpful way to learn if you can explain it to me as if I'm a sixth grader for topics that I'm not familiar with, then thank you. All right, so let's go here. In a short paragraph, because we did review this on Monday. We broke down what tokenizers were, but I want to get a very brief explanation of it. So imagine you have a big book and you want a computer to read it. A computer can't understand words and sentences the way that we do. So a tokenizer acts as a special helper. First, it breaks down all of the sentences into smaller pieces that like individual words or even parts of a word. Then it turns each of those little pieces into a number, like a secret code. This way, the computer can use those numbers to learn about language and understand what the book is saying. So yeah, it's basically a key, right? It takes large parts of information, right? It takes large parts of information, and then it said, all right, we're gonna chop it up, like you have a big onion and you chop the onion up into little pieces. And then we're going to turn that into the way that a computer can be able to understand it, into numbers, to understand it, into binary, ones and twos. And then, and we get more information out of that. And it's like transcoding it back and forth, right? So that is basically what the tokenizers are. Tokenizers sounds so bad, but it is what it is. All right, so here we are. So we did get approved for accessing Llama 3.1 from Meta. I have to log into Hugging Face. But so in order to use the fantastic Llama 3.1, Meta does require you sign their terms of service. We did do that. View their model instructions. We did that. At the top of the page are instructions. Agree. In my experience, approval comes in a couple of minutes. It took me it was a little more than a couple of minutes. Once you have been approved for any 3.1 model, it applies to the whole 3.1 family of models. For whatever reason, Meta occasionally doesn't approve access. That didn't happen to me. All right. In the next cells, if the next cells give you an error, are you logged into Hugging Face? Run login to check your key works. If you did you set up your API key? We did that. So let me make sure. Let me go to Hugging Face. And we are logged in. All right, cool. So now we are going to connect to our T4 box. And I gotta find a way, because I bought those. I spent $10. I spent $10 on my Google Collab trying to get access to that really powerful box, the A100, and they sadly told me
do not come.
They did not give me access to that A100 box. I was disappointed. I was a little bit disappointed.
How dare you?
That's how I felt. I said, "How dare you had me pay, and then you say it is not available to you? What's going on?" So let's get started. Do we need to import anything? Yes. So let's go ahead. We're connected. Let's go ahead and do our pip install of our transformers. Let's do its thing. And this is why Python is, I always say, Python is the Swiss Army knife of coding languages. You use Python in cybersecurity, in AI, scripting, data science, data engineering. Like whenever you need a quick little thing done, Python. All of these programs that we use, they focus on Python because it's quick to learn, easy to use. I wouldn't go out and necessarily do a full-scale enterprise application on Python, which you could, but I probably wouldn't do that. But it's so important, and that's why I think, what class should I take? If you want to learn a coding language, my personal recommendation is always Dr. Angela Yu on Udemy, 100 Days of Python. It's going to take you more than 100 days, and I recommend you take more than 100 days. Don't try to take it as a race. Take it as an opportunity to learn, but I recommend 100 Days of Python. And I think I have a link for it in the description of the video, but I recommend that course. And because I took that course, I understand what all this stuff is doing. Pip installing the transformers package. So now we're going to do from Google Colab, the user data, Hugging Face. We're going to do login and transformers auto tokenizer. We are already signed into Hugging Face. We have our API key that's stored. We are going to run this. Notebook does not. All right, let's say grant access. We're good here. Access llama. All right, we did that. So now it says if the next cell gives you error, please. All right, we got that. So let's run this cell. And it is running. It's doing its thing. All right. So now we are to the point of we're going to say the text is going to be, I am excited to show tokenizers in action to my large language model engineers. So we're going to take this text, we're going to pass it through the tokenizer to encode, and then I don't know why this is just putting tokens out here like that. But then here in this function, if you are familiar with Python, if you listened to Tech Coach Ralph and took Python, you should understand that this little function right here is going to tell you how long how many characters are inside of the tokens that are being generated here. Okay, so let's go here. There goes our tokens that are being listed out. And if we go here, it tells us all right, so tokens, the tokenizer encodes into a list, right? So it's breaking up this text right here. So this is what I'm seeing. It's breaking up this text right here into a list that has 15 items in it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So there's 15 items inside of this list. And let's see. So that's what we're printing out over here. And now if we say tokenizer decode, what is it going to give us? Let's see. And it says, so it decodes it into, I am excited to show tokenizers in action to my large engineers. So then we go to batch decode. Let's see what this one is going to do. So this batch decode is going to turn it into a list, right? So so it's showing you. So what the batch decode, from what I'm seeing here, right? Because this is the first time that I'm going through this with you guys. So I'm just breaking down what I'm understanding. Batch decode. So decode is going to take the whole token and pass it as like one string, right? Decoding the whole thing. The batch decode is going to tell you what each item in the list represents. So if we compare this, so this 120 like 128,000 would be this I. This 40 would be the am, if I'm understanding correctly, right? And let's see if we run this over here. And it says, so get added vocab and this reserved special token 190. Let me see. Let's do a quick search, right? So let's go to Gemini. What does the get added vocab function do for tokenizers in Hugging Face? So I just like when I see something that I don't truly understand, and I'm getting better at it of just going to look it up right then and there. But I just like, I just read through it, and then later on, I will like, oh yeah, I actually don't understand what this means. Let me go and look it up at that point. But if I can just get straight to it, says the get added vocab function in Hugging Face tokenizers returns a dictionary of all of the tokens that have been manually added to the tokenizer's vocabulary. This is distinct from the base vocabulary that the tokenizer was originally trained on. Says the key functions and use cases. The primary role of get added vocab is to display the new tokens you've introduced to the tokenizer. This is particularly useful in several scenarios. Custom tokens. If you are, and like I told you guys, I am a token fiend, right? So when I hear token, I'm like, when I hear the word tokens, I'm like, what? It's true. So custom tokens. If you're working with a domain-specific corpus that contains jargon or entities not presented in standard vocabulary, for example, medical terms, product names, you can add these as new tokens. Get added vocab allows you to verify that these tokens have been successfully added and to see their corresponding integer IDs. Special tokens. While many pre-trained tokenizers come with standard special tokens like CLS, SEP, PAD, you might need to add your own for specific tasks. For instance, you could add user and assistant tokens to delineate speakers in a dialogue-based model. Get added vocab will show you added these special tokens. Fine-tuning and model resizing. When you add a new token to your tokenizer, you also need to resize the token's model. The model's token embedding matrix to accommodate these new entries. Get added vocab helps you keep track of the exact tokens that were added, which is crucial for ensuring the model and tokenizer are synchronized. All right, so let's do this. Can you explain? Can you break this down in a concise paragraph to a sixth grader? Oh. Whenever it's like, make it easy for me to understand, all right? So think of your tokenizer as a dictionary that already knows a lot of words. If you teach it a new special word that wasn't there before, like supercoder or a character name from your favorite game, you've added it to a dictionary. The get added vocab function is like flipping to a special page at the back of the dictionary, the glossary, that only lists the new words you personally added. It shows you your new words and special number the customer assigned to it. So you can make sure it learned it correctly. Okay, that helps. Thank you. All right. So we have that. And all right, so let's go ahead and do this. I am going to add code. And I am going to say, what is the... Can I collapse this? All right, well, I'm going to say... Let's copy this right here. Let's say... do you think that brother Rod Brown was able to get me my turban? I think that's fair. TCR tokens. So if we run this, it's going to put it in here. And now if we say len TCR tokens, that's 19. So this one had 19 while the original one had 15. And we are going to say TCR tokens equals tokenizer dot decode, and we're going to say TCR tokens. Let's run that. Got that. Perfect. And now we're going to add one more, and we are going to say TCR. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. Hold on, let me redo this. Let's go to decode. All right, now I'm going to say TCR tokens batch decode. Oh, look at that. It finished it for me. All right. So now you run that. And there we have it. There we have it. So that's basically what it is. Let me see. Able. So that's Berater. It's like the word. It's like saying the word have. I guess. Let's see. Many models have a variant that have been trained for use in chat. They are typically labeled with the word instruct at the end. They have been trained to expect prompts with particular formats that use systems, user, and assistant prompts. There is a utility method apply chat template that will convert from the messages list format we are familiar with into the right input prompt for this model. So tokenizer auto, tokenizer from pre-trained. And all right, so this is it using the instruct model and trust remote code. You are a helpful assistant. You tell a lighthearted joke for a room of data scientists. We saw that before. Let's go here. And when it's printing the prompt, it's going to say cutting knowledge date, December 2023, today's date. It is not July 26th. I don't know where it's getting this from. Got that. Tell a lighthearted joke from a room of data scientists. All right, I guess. Trying new models. We will now work with 3 models. Phi 3 from Microsoft Quinn. Phi 3 from Microsoft. Quinn 2 from Alibaba Cloud Starcoder. And Starcoder 2 from BigCode. ServiceNow plus Hugging Face plus NVIDIA. There goes the models. And this one is going to do the Phi Model 3. Let's run that. Oh, let me run this one. Let's run that one. It says, I am excited to show tokenizers in action to my large language model. So after it breaks down this text, and it says, so text tokenizer encode to, so it's saying use the Phi 3 tokenizer, and then it says tokenizer.encode text, this text right here, print it, and then we're going to say we're going to use the Phi 3. So we're using the regular tokenizer, the original one, and we're going to compare it to the Phi 3 and see what that one comes up with. All right. So and we're going to print, just print this, print a blank line, and then print this. Phi 3 tokenizer encode. Print tokenizer encode. I do want to also print that so I can see what the difference between these two are. So all right, so you can see that it's definitely giving you different values from the base one that we use compared to the Phi 3 tokenizer. So it's 2 different models. Let's see. Now here we're gonna say, well, let me do one more thing. Let me do. Because I want them to show the same thing, right? Let's move that. All right, so if we do tokenizer and we run that, we run tell that, and here's the difference. Oh wait, batch the code is this. All right, there we go. So you can see that it broke it down in different ways. The 2 different models. So this one is going to do print out tokenizer.apply chat template to the messages do not tokenize ad generation prompt equals true. And then doing the same thing for the Phi3 tokenizer. So it's just the formatting that's different on the two of them. This one is using Qwen2. And yep, so we can do run that one. You see the difference between all of them. Yep, so you see different, like the different models are going to give you different outputs, different results. Let's see. Star Coder. Let's see. Is that it? It looks like that's it for today. So that is it. So I'm gonna go back to Gemini and I'm going to ask, what is a practical use case that for a tokenizer for someone? So for me, like I always like I'm so hands-on. I am so hands-on. I remember like when I was talking to Wave Nerd, he would say, "Oh, you could do this, you could do that," and I'm like, "Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I hear you." But then once I actually got my hands on these products, then my mind opened and I could see the whole. It was like when they held Simba up and he could see the whole land. Like once I actually started using this stuff, I said, "Oh, now the juices are flowing." But for me, talk is so abstract. It's so conceptual. Put something in my hands. Let me run with it. Let me cook. So a very common and practical use case for a tokenizer is sentiment analysis, which is figuring out if a piece of text is positive, negative, or crucial. For example, a company might want to know what customers think about their new product based on online reviews. A tokenizer is the first critical step in this process. It takes a customer's review, I absolutely love this phone and camera is amazing, and breaks it down into individual words or subwords called tokens. All right, and once the review is broken into these tokens, each token is converted to a number. This numerical representation is what a machine learning and model can actually understand and process. The model then analyzes these numbers to determine the overall feeling or sentiment of the review. Without the tokenizer to first chop up the sentence, it would and turn into numbers. The computer wouldn't be able to make sense of the language. Okay, I hear you. What is an implementation example? Because I just I'm having a hard time seeing where where this is gonna be purposeful to me, right? That's all that I'm saying. Let's see. All right, so the straightforward implementation example using Python. Not the how to do it, but trying to figure out the value in learning about tokenizers. I'm just trying to understand like what it is. You know, I know what it is, what it does. I'm trying to. All right. Here's the deal. I'm trying to care. I'm trying to care, right? The most important reason to learn about tokenizers is that they are the fundamental bridge between human language and machine learning. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Without them, a model sees text as just meaningless strings of characters. Understanding tokenizers gives you direct control over how a model sees and interprets the world. That started to make more sense. Control the model's view of the world. A tokenizer's vocabulary defines every single word or piece of a word that a model can possibly understand. If a word isn't in the vocabulary, the model will see it as an unknown token. Practical value. Imagine you're building a chatbot for a new video game. The game has unique character names, locations, and items. A standard pre-trained tokenizer won't know these words. By understanding tokenization, you can add these custom words to the vocabulary, ensuring the model recognizes them as important and distinct concepts, which dramatically improves its performance and accuracy for your specific task. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. But with that being said, we are going to go back to full screen. We are going to wrap it up because I do have to get to a meeting in about 10-15 minutes ish. So also want to get ready for that really quick. But yeah, that is our show for today. But the party is not stopping. We're going to be we're not live. We're going to be premiering at noon. At noon, we're going to be premiering the software experiences concept and overviews. How I asked Manus this specifically. Manus said, yes, TechCoach. Are you able to write user stories and put them in Jira? Yes, in Jira for the features you recommended to me for the time cost calculator app. And Manus said, what? Did you really just ask me that? And I said, yes, I did. He says, you know what? Tell everybody to tune in at noon Eastern time this Wednesday for software explorations, concept and overviews. And I will, and they're going to watch me cook. They're going to see what I can do. And this is Manus. Manus is going to say, I'm going to show them what I can do. The power of Manus AI. I recommend you trying it out. The link is in the description if you want to try it out for yourself. All right. But with that being said, so check that out. I'll see you guys then. Tomorrow we're going to be going live. I'll let you know the time when I schedule it. And Friday we're going to do some type of live, of course. And that is about it. Do me a favor if you have not done so already. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. TechCoach.dev. Come and vibe code with me on the weekends. We are getting so much work done. You guys get to see insight into how I think about these things, implementing different pricing plans for these applications, how the use case, who to target, how to I even showed creating AI avatars to market these products. A lot of stuff that I'm learning that I'm sharing with you inside the Tech Coach Off Patreon, inside of our weekend meetups, and I can answer your questions, give you like pricing details on like how much I pay for this, for that, how to efficiently use your credits, your tokens, all of that good stuff. Because like I said, I am a token fiend at heart. Gotta get the re-up man comes and I show you how to be a functional token fiend, and that way we can run it up. We are building $1,000 applications, like tens of $1,000 applications in a short amount of time, but we need to make sure that they work accurately, efficiently, safely, and that's where the expertise of quality assurance comes in. So you can interact with me, message me, DM me. I get access to the Discord where we do a lot of work in there as well. So that is like the hub of centralizing information. So all of that good stuff, right? But that is it. See you guys in a few hours. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
I'm not their echo, I'm my own sound. My roots in the earth, my head unbound. They whisper and judge, but I'm not their clay. I mold my tomorrow, I'm done with today. I walked away from their parade. Their words like stones that ricochet. They call me lost, but I am found on this quiet road where
try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Their dreams aren't mine, they never fit. A puzzle forced, it just won't click. I see the world through my own eyes, not filtered through their scripted lies.
Their dreams were cages I couldn't call home. I saw a horizon where I could roam. They don't understand what they can't contain, but my path is my own through joy and pain. They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
Let them whisper, let them glare. I've grown strong in this thin air. The crowd may roar, but I won't bend. My road's my own until the end. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. I won't be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can try to shame me, but I won't obey. They call me the outsider for chasing my flame. Their rules and their boxes I refuse to claim. I won't be a shadow, I'll carve my own way. They can try to shame me, but I won't obey.
They try to shame the soul that strays. When you carve your path, they turn away. An outsider's heart beats loud and clear. No chains can hold what's free from fear.
So call me the outsider if that's what I'll be. I'd rather be lost if it means I'm free. Their maps are for them, I'll chart my own sea. I walked away, now I'm finally me. Oh, we're the land of the free, the home of the brave. Through the storms we rise, through the winds we wave. We stumbled, we fall, but still we stand. There's no better place than this promised land.
From the mountains high to the prairie's edge, to the rivers wide where the eagles pledge. This is the land that holds our dreams, a patchwork quilt with golden seams.
The small town streets, the city lights, the mountain peaks, the starry nights. We've got our scars, but that's the truth. A story of strength in the land of youth.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong.
Fields of amber, skies are blue. Every hand here has work to do. We stumble, fall, but we rise again. This is the heartland where hope won't end.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong. Through trials deep, through fires and rain, we stand as one. Endure the pain, our spirits fierce. Our hearts are free, forever strong. Our destiny.
So here's to the future, bright and true. We'll carry the torch for me and you. United we are through thick and thin. In this great nation we always win.
Oh, we've got our scars, but we wear them proud. Through the darkest nights we've never bowed. No storm can break what's built so strong. This is our home, where we all belong. rivers wide to the desert sands. We've built our dreams with these two hands. We might bend, but we never break. A spirit of hope no storm can take.